come on. Oh, hey. Are you around Tuesday? I will message you Tuesday morning on my way up. Address. Awesome. All right, guys, come on. What is going on, guys? We are back, and in today's little adventure, we are going... Oh, look at it flashing on camera. You got Jeff up in there. We are heading to Lac La Biche. We are gonna go pick ourselves up a machine. So, yeah, I'll probably take some footage along the way. Hey, Jeffrey boy. And we will pick up and review what's going on with that thing. So yeah, I will see you guys on the way in a minute here.
A few moments later.
What is going on, guys? We are out here. We made it to the town. I'm waiting on the guy to get back to me. Hopefully he does. And yeah, we're gonna go buy a machine. So just a quick update. We stopped to grab some food. Got some A&W. Oh, they got a new chicken cruncher, the chubby chicken cruncher. Not bad. Tastes like a chubby chicken but crunchy. I'll take it. Yeah.
2 hours later.
Well, disappointing, possibly disappointing end so far. They're not answering back. So I drove all the way up here for nothing. But me and Jeff are on a lake. That's actually water. I'm parked on a lake right now. Just, you know, might as well. Public access. But yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be a short part of the video, I guess. Fucking really hoping to get that machine, but if they're not gonna answer when I get here, what do you do, right? So yeah, I don't know. Could be it, or there could be more. We'll see, guys. Yeah.
1 eternity later.
Well, everyone, I am out of breath, slightly pissed off, and driving back out of a field in my two-wheel drive truck because this person that told me that it was 30 feet off the highway meant like a mile and a half into a field covered in snow. Then when I get there, the fucking thing is broken to shit, and I mean like broken to shit. And she's over here telling me, good rear fender, come on out. This has been an 8-hour fucking day plus of nothing. And what she described, I never would have found. I never would have found where she told me to go. No fucking way. All of a sudden, she just randomly turns into a field and starts going into white. And I was like, where are we going? Like, this is not what you told me. And then we show up at a house in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's nothing out there. Yeah, there's a house out there somewhere. It's just so much random junk. And yeah, so I go and look at the quad, and the quad is just absolutely junk. And I was like, I mean, this is like blatant fucking lying compared to the conversation. I'm just kind of revved up right now because that fucking pissed me off. I hate people fucking doing that. Like, just say this basic fucking English. Describe what you mean. Say what you mean. Have what you, like, good rear fenders. You got them? Yes, the machine has good rear fenders. Okay, I'll take the machine. No, rear fenders destroyed. Oh, just kind of worked up right now because what a pain in the fucking ass to go deal with that. Right, Jeff? We wasted a whole fucking day doing nothing. And yes, I'm just driving down a back road very slowly. Oh, what a pain in the ass. A whole day for a broken ass quad. And I got to meet a nice lady. That was about it. That was the positive of the whole thing. But it is what it is. And I'm gonna suck this hate and anger deep down inside and throw it out and fucking move on about my day. But, oh man, what a fucking mess. Alright, I'll talk to you in a minute, guys. What's going on, guys? We are back. It's the next day because I was just fuming when I got back and I was overtired. So, yeah. Was that a great buying experience? Not at all. Does that seem to happen more often with people? Yes, it does. So, I mean, let's get into the major gripe of the whole video. No matter how clear you seem to be with people, especially through text message, they don't read it. They don't care. You want to buy it. That's it. They're getting rid of it. Good to go. Like, you can tell someone specifically what you want. They'll say they have it just to get rid of it, even though they don't have it. It's commonplace. Happened with Ronda. Happened with this is actually the Suzuki Quad. That guy was stand up. That was like the only one so far that was a stand up deal. But otherwise, it's just been terrible experience. But I didn't make this video to bitch about it. I just made this video basically because this was my experience, and it seems to be happening more and more often, of just blatant ignorance or willful ignorance. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't think I mentioned it in the video, but like, I flat out had to call the person a liar twice. Because like, I showed up and I was like, no, very specifically, you agreed with what I had written. And she was like, oh, which guy was I talking to? And goes back through the combos. I was like, you what? And then she read the conversation. She was like, oh, I didn't read that. I was like, you mean the only thing I wrote? Like, it's just very, very unsettling how ignorant some people can be. And it's heartbreaking when you think you got the part that you want and you need, and you're going to buy the whole machine, and you get there, and it is just garbage. Like, I don't know what she did with the photo to make it look like a good machine. My God. And then, so, like, cancel that one out, right? So she's like, okay, I got good plastics actually over by that van for the back of this. And I was like, okay, maybe we're getting somewhere here. We go over there and they're just as well exploded. And I was like, lady, do you even know what you have on your property? I thought you were a dude, for one. Two, do you even know what you have on your property? And she didn't seem to know at all. So she's like, I was like, okay, I'll give you this amount for this quad. Because like, it's kind of busted up, but I can do a lot and sell a lot of parts off of this thing if it runs. She was like, oh, it runs, got a brand new spark plug in it. So I walk over, and A, didn't have a battery, which is fine. B, she didn't even know it had a pull start. So I was like, how are you telling me you were working on this thing and you don't even know it has a pull start? When you pull the seat off, it's right there. 3, didn't have a spark plug in it, let alone anything. So I spun it over and I was like, well, it doesn't have a spark plug, lady, so that's a flat out lie. Oh, no, I put one in yesterday. Moving on. So I spin it over and the starter spins with the motor. Not a huge deal, but the big deal comes from you have to take apart the whole vacuum system now and everything to get to it, to repair it. No. So from start to finish, it was a blatant lie of what is actually there. Didn't even read the messages. And we had agreed upon Tuesday, me messaging her on my way up to get the address. Because with me, when I'm dealing with people over Facebook, like, if I say, okay, I'll be there Tuesday and it's Sunday, then I'll wait to ask for the address to go there. In my mind, it's like a psychology thing. I don't need to know your address. You probably don't want to tell me unless I'm actually coming to buy the machine. So that's the way I run. So I told her that. She was like, okay. Doesn't even read my fucking messages until like 2 in the afternoon. And then I get all excited, like, all right, I'm getting these plastics. All right, good to go. No, heartbreaking when I get there. And not only that, she sent me which way to go, and I messed up. I missed the turn, but I think I said in the video I never would have found that turn. It was literally just all of a sudden you turn into white off the road. I was like, this isn't even like a noticeable thing. So either way, I send her a picture of where I am. Keep going straight till you hit this town, and then right before you hit the town, turn left off the tracks into the field. So I go exactly where I'm told to go. It's a farmer's field. There's equipment. I'm like, okay, this is probably it. Nothing. No quad anywhere, nothing. So I was like, what the fuck? She was like, I'll meet you at the tracks. I was like, okay. So I decided myself to turn around and go back all the way to where I took the picture. Because I was like, something's telling me this lady doesn't even know where she is. So yeah, get back to there. And she's right there facing the other direction. I was like, what the fuck? So, and then that's when the adventure started of me hoping that my Ranger wasn't about to come across 3 feet of fucking snow in the middle of this field. So I'm like, lady, this is not 30 feet to the right in a field. This is like, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm trying to keep the bitching to a minimum. But like I said, this is just too often, too many times. It's getting to the point where I don't even want to, travel to buy machines. But there is nothing around me to buy. And if there is, it's too expensive for the purpose of what I'm doing. Like if I want to get a nice machine that I'm going to ride and keep, yeah, then, I don't mind looking on the local Facebook and the info mall for, a $1,200 to $3,000 machine. But if I'm looking for something rare or select parts, they're usually further away. And this is just the worry you got to put up with. So basically, my dudes, if you guys have experienced the same thing, or even had to deal with, finicky, flaky people that obviously don't read the conversation, just a side note, like people that message you and ask you something that is well written in the ad, and it's like, okay, I don't even respond to that shit because it's written in it. The people are either losing the comprehension of basic English or the understanding of something. Like they don't feel like, yeah, it's hard to put it. It's heartbreaking. It's mind-boggling. It completely throws me off. And I know it's a simple subject of buying stuff, but when you deal with enough people and you start to see there's a common problem with a lot of people, it's like, I don't know. When I sell stuff, I put it up exactly as described. When people show up, there is no hidden shit. And people, even then, people show up when it's exactly described. Oh, what about this? Written in the ad twice. What about this? Again, in the ad. Like, they just want to keep pointing shit out to get a lower price, even though it's already at that price point for what's written, what's wrong with it. But, and especially if people are traveling. Someone wants to come miles away. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So if you guys have experienced the same thing, and you guys know what I'm talking about, you get the title of the video, Buying a Headache. Because after, I think, almost 11 and a half hours yesterday, a shit ton of traveling, for my time and effort, all I bought was a headache. And that's pretty much it. Silver lining, I got to hang out with my dude Jeff out on the lake. We were out going for runs. I love watching him run now. Another side note, Jeff didn't run a lot before he blew his knees out, but then he blew his knees out and I've gotten him back to running around. And he's doing pretty good. He runs, and it just brings the biggest smile on my face watching him run through the snow. Because he didn't do that before, and he's like 8 years old now, so he can do it. Yeah. But, my dudes, off track. Feel free to like this if you like it. Drop a comment if you've had a terrible experience yourself. Yeah, let me know your horror stories. Because this can't just be me in the buying machines world. This has got to be a common fucking issue. But overall, if I seem emotional about it, it's because I'm just heartbroken. I can't find these plastics, so like, eventually it might come down to me having to spend like $1,500 on new plastics, and I don't want to do that. But that machine will look nice. It will look good. So this was just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking that I wasted the whole fucking day. If you guys want to be real, it was a tank of gas, and then today gas went up by like 30 cents. So like that's, again, it's like, so yeah, I didn't feel too bad as a Canadian looking at the lady and telling her like, you wasted completely my fucking time here. Like, but it is what it is. So again, drop your comments down below if you've had a horror story. Hope you guys liked the video. And yeah, the next one hopefully will have a machine in it. Bye guys.